Coach, looking at that Northwestern game, the team really closed strong, shooting over 50% in the second half.
Well, I think we defended strong as well. That was the whole key to the game, where we were at defensively in the last 11, 12 minutes of the game, the way we defended John Cherna, and he had big numbers, but he didn't have them in the last 11, 12 minutes. And I think, again, in a game like that, you've got to continue to be locked into so many different things, and our guys were locked into how to defend the cuts, what we were switching on, what we weren't. Knowing that we wanted to keep their big three in the sense of John Cherna, Drew Crawford, and David Sobolewski. You can't let all three of them have a great game. And I think the job we did on Dave Sobolewski, as judged by the fact that next game he went off for 22 back home, said a lot about our defense. So the defense was strong, it was active, it was physical, and it helped us get some good shots offensively.
And you look at Cody Zeller, another game where he imposed his will, 23.7 rebounds.
And really just scratching the surface. I know that's an overused phrase, but it's really the truth with Cody. And there's so many things that he's going to continue to get better at. We've got to make sure he's catching the ball, and because so many good things happen when he has it, whether he's scoring, whether he's kicking it, whether he's drawing double teams and he's finding guys open shots. That's really, really important for our team, especially with a team like ours that likes to depend on the three-point shot as much as we do.
Taking on a team like Northwestern, it becomes a thinking man's game, and your team really played sound basketball.
Well, I think the bottom line is that there was a lot of changes in the game, and we had to keep making adjustments to the way that they were playing, and we had to make adjustments defensively and offensively. It's one thing to do that as a coach. It's another thing to have that absorbed by the players, and they're the ones that did a great job with that because that's where communication's got to just be tremendous. But they were well schooled on what Northwestern does. It's as hard a preparation as you ever come across, because the system is so hard to prepare for and the players are so good. So to me, our guys deserve a ton of credit for the way that they continued to persevere in the game and got better inside of the game.
Looking at the week ahead, North Carolina Central, Minnesota, what do you see out of those two games?
Well, North Carolina Central is really dangerous because it's really like getting ready for a first-round opponent in the tournament. And we moved this game because we were going to have 3 games in 3 weeks with the way the byes were set up. We didn't want to do that, so we moved it from December. First off, it gives us a chance to have an undefeated home season, or undefeated non-conference season, I should say, which would really be important and be a great feather in everybody's cap here. But bottom line, we're going to have to play really well. It's like playing a team when you go into the tournament where you may not know a lot about them, but they know a lot about you. And our job is to bridge that gap and our players to know everything they need to know in this game. Most teams are going to play early on, have a pro. Dominique Sutton is going to be that. They have another guy that's a special matchup that's right there. Ray Willis is like that. And they've got guys that can shoot the ball. And this team has got that. They're well coached. They're continuing to get better. I gave the players an example in our film session Monday that they have one guy that had double figures against us last year that's back. He's playing about 6 minutes a game right now. That's how their team has continued to improve.